TikTok, hello, YouTube, hello. Let me just see if we are good to go. I hope we are. Hello, TikTok. It's been a long time. Welcome, guys, to my live again today after a very, very long time on TikTok and YouTube. Also, welcome to today's coaching live on YouTube. And I hope this is going to help someone outside there. So, if you're joining for the first time, let me know where you're joining from. And those who have been here with me every time, you know how we do it. So just keep on liking the video and also sharing with those people that you feel will get, to love what is happening here. I hope those who are watching from YouTube, let me know if we are audible. Okay, cool. So I'm just trying and I see that we are good to go. We are live on YouTube, we are live on TikTok. Guys, how has life been, especially those people on TikTok here? Today we're going to talk about if you're feeling stuck with everything in your life, you're just feeling stuck, like things are not moving. What is really keeping you stuck? And how can you unstuck yourself from the things that you think are not putting you right? So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is the right time to do it. Subscribe on my YouTube channel and let us find this message and lesson for tonight interesting. For those who are on TikTok, you know what to do. If you came late and you didn't understand or get my message, you can always switch to YouTube because there you can watch it live and also you can watch it after this live has just ended. So today we are just going to talk about something that happens in life, and more so those people who are, living in a place or working somewhere and you are doing what you're doing under somebody. What keeps people stuck in the places where they are? Those who are sending those, comments on TikTok, I'm so sorry. Maybe perhaps I will not be capturing those messages. I might not read them, but I am seeing them. And if you have a question, you can always drop it on my WhatsApp. You can drop it on my TikTok. You can drop it on my Instagram. Anywhere you can DM me those messages and I will reply to them. So today I'm talking about these people or this group of people who always think that saying yes, sir, and yes, madam is being polite at a place of work or when you meet people that you think are bigger than you in terms of the respect that you give to them. Do you think saying yes, sir, and yes, madam is giving respect to people? Is a big question that I want to ask you here. And I want to elaborate this to make you understand why some people feel stuck and they are stuck in positions that they are trying so much to get out of those positions, but they can't because what they are doing is really hindering them from pushing forward. Some people think that when they say a lot of yes, sir, or yes, madam, they show respect to people. But today I want to tell you something that you've never been taught. Perhaps you've been taught before, or maybe you have never been taught. In my life, I realized, not so late, but I realized that we have failed so much because we do not know, we do not learn how to respect people. We learn, and our traditions and societies are teaching us how to fear people. Respect and fear are two different things in life. So we need to understand that when is the time to respect and when is the time to fear. And why should I fear instead of respecting somebody? The most important part of your life, if you want to push your life forward, you need to understand when to respect people. You see, I posted on Facebook today and I talked about some key points here. Why we fail to grow at some level in life. And number one, I used this example that just after salvation, remember that lady or that guy who used to live a very miserable life. who used to drink his life all, who used to, move to one club to the other. That lady who was known in the whole village as being one lady who is, no one can even approach them because people knew them as a bad character or a bad picture in the society. The moment they get salvation and they turn their life to God and they start to live a beautiful life, a life that is needed, instead of such a person building his life, building his spirituality, finding a way on how to transform their lives, these people come back and start becoming the police of the village. They were once in the clubs. They were once in the street there selling everything, every dirty thing that you could sell. But just because somebody has whispered to them and they found the word that has transformed their lives, instead of concentrating on how to conform or how to transform your life to get it into something better and bigger, these people turn to be a village police. You want to start telling people how to live a life that you have not lived, you've just started to live. You start to see the people who are in the club as bad people. You start to criticize them. And you forget that you were once there. You forget that you are still building yourself. You're still like a child who is trying to walk. You're still standing and falling down. So a child who is just walking cannot start telling people, or let me call them crippled people, how bad it is to be crippled. A child who is trying to walk, who is staggering to walk and even to stand up, should not start telling people who are crippled, who those who cannot walk, or those maybe who are seated down, to stand up and walk. That is how people fail to know how to grow in life. You get a new thing in your life. You have found a salvation. You have decided to turn your life into Christ or maybe into God. But instead of building yourself, of learning to make yourself better, you turn again, you want to turn or to change other people. It doesn't help. You'll end up finding yourself sliding back again to the place where you came from. That's number one thing that keeps people stuck. The moment you move from one place and you already know that this is the place where I am supposed to go, and you know where to focus your energy, you need to put your energy there so that you don't deviate. You don't slide back. That is how people improve their life. That is how you grow. You don't grow by, shouting to everybody how saved you are. Number two, imagine you have been looking for a job. You've been tammacking all along. Life has been so hard. No money, no nothing. You don't have food. You can't pay your bills. Then God blesses you with work. After you find a job, because you see people wearing, branded clothes, you see people maybe doing some beautiful things that you have not been doing when you are looking for a job. You find a lot of people that the moment they get their first job, they want to turn their life around. They want to buy branded things. They want to go to those supermarkets where they used not to go. They want to buy things they used not to buy. They want to eat in hotels or restaurants they used not to eat. On your first job, what happens at this time? If you do not remember to invest, if you do not remember to take care of your earnings on your first job, you'll end up getting yourself again in the road and the path of trying to find another job. And that is the time that you'll find it even more difficult. You see, you do not help yourself by changing your life drastically or instantly just because you got a job. But you change your life, like when you get that job, you try to invest, you try to put the money you are getting, the little money you get from this job, into something that is going to generate another money. Keeping security to protect you and defend you from whatever could take you back to the same path where you are. So a lot of people get stuck the moment they find their first job. And what happens? You become the family everything. You are the one who everyone invites you into their, parties, and you have to contribute. You want to buy those branded shoes, branded clothes. You want to show people. You're not buying it because you need it, but you're buying it because you want to show people that now I have a job. But look, life is not about showing people. Life is about living what makes you happy, not what makes other people happy. Unfortunately, today in this life, we live a life that we want other people to be happy. We sacrifice our happiness and give it to other people because I want people to feel that I'm feeling okay. But in the real sense, I'm not feeling okay. I'm struggling to tell people and to show them that I'm okay by going extra mile and doing things that I know so well that when I go back home and sit alone in the house where no one is, you start questioning yourself. But, oh, why I did not do this? I think if I would have bought this, it would have been better. I would have saved this and that and that. You don't want to ask yourself a lot of questions that you cannot answer. You want to get those answers. You want to have questions that you can answer. Number 3, what keeps people stuck? What denies people growth? Guys, thank you guys, those who are watching me on TikTok. I see a lot of comments are coming there from TikTok. Unfortunately, I can't read them now, guys. Keep them coming. Keep liking the video and also share with those people you feel will get something out of this video. So let's talk about something here. Think about this. If your family has to sell its only asset to educate you, choose your course well. Don't come back to the street begging for employment. This is something that is big thing now in the streets outside there. And you understand it's not only happening in one country, but several countries across the world. You have seen these people who have got certificates, people who have got degrees and masters, PhDs. You have seen them on the street trying to find a job, but they cannot find. And when you look, when you trace back the lives and the family, background of these people, you realize that some of these people who are struggling to find a job got that degree or that PhD from a struggle. They struggled to find that degree. They struggled to find that PhD. They sold the only asset. Your parents sold land to take you to school. Your parents sold the cows or maybe the animals that you're keeping, the domestic animals, to take you to school. Your parents even sold their building, their investment that they had invested for years to take you to school. And when you leave school, the only thing you're leaving with from that school is a piece of paper called certificate. And you go back into the streets. You start searching for a job. Let me tell you something. Certificates and those papers used to help a lot of people in the past. In today's generation, people are crying with papers and certificates that there are no jobs. But in reality, it is not that there are no jobs. It is that school is training all of us to become employees. So if, and underline the word if, your parents must sell the only asset in your home to take you to school, make sure that before you set your feet into that class, you're going to get something that when you leave that class will not push you to a certain office to look for a job. I don't know if somebody is understanding me here. Education is so good, but if you're not keen in this generation that we are right now, you might end up losing the only asset that you have. You might end up losing the only capital that you might have used to start your own business or something else. But if you are so keen, you will realize that there are those people who got the opportunity and they went into class and they found what they already know. They just went to take skills to improve on what they have already known. Some people, artists who know how to draw, they just went to school to find a certificate, to find some better skills on how they can improve on their drawing skills or their painting skills, and they come out and they start on their own. Schools are teaching us to be employees. That was the structure that was made by the people who came up with the education system, an education system that mostly is spread in almost all the third world countries. The education system in the third world country trains you to be an employee for the rest of your life. It does not train you to be a business owner. It does not train you to be an entrepreneur, somebody who can start up something. That's why you realize that some people are going to technical schools and some people are not even going to that. They just finish high school, they finish secondary school, and they put their hands into something. And you are with them in secondary school and you went to university. They put their hands onto some job. By the time you're finishing your degree or master degree or PhD, you're coming back to work for them. It is not because they are so bright or they are so talented or so blessed. It is because if you get to school without understanding why you are going there, if you're going to school just because you need a certificate, if you're going to school because you just need a degree, then you're losing it. And you're wasting a lot of your time in school because it will not help you out here. The moment you get out here, the first thing somebody is going to ask you before they give you that job is, how many years of experience do you have for me to give you this job? Your certificate doesn't carry any experience. It only carries the education. So let the experience prepare you to get those papers that are going to help you to get into education. Do not get stuck because of your certificates. Do not get stuck because of your education. Understand that education helps us to improve our experience. So put your hands into something, put your head into something, understand something, get something into your life. Then go to school and improve on how you can make it better. All right. I mean, the biggest point now here, when you get an opportunity in front of you, don't let fear, doubt, and anxiety stop you or block your way from finding this opportunity. Let me tell you something, guys, and this is something that I have experienced. I have been in front of someone who applied a job and came for an interview. And I was in the panel, the interviewing panel. And when I look at the CV that this guy presented to us, it was full of experience, full of skills, and full of certificates. But the moment the guy sat in front of us to start speaking to us, he could not make a point. He could not drive his point home. We tried to understand him. We tried to give him time, but he was anxious. He was afraid. He was so doubtful of what he's talking about. He did not show that he possessed these qualities, these skills, and these certificates. So what am I trying to talk about here? A lot of people are outside there with talents, with so many things, but they do not put their legs or feet in front to learn. Learn about self-confidence, learn about self-awareness, learn about clear communication, and learn about self-restraint. You see, a lot of people are outside there with a lot of talents, but they cannot communicate that talent to someone else. A lot of people are outside there with a lot of talents, but the moment they sit in front of somebody, tears start rolling down their cheeks. When did you just learn somewhere on how to become confident about yourself? When did you face somebody with confidence without even thinking like whatever is going to happen? The president is coming, and I am the one who's going to serve him tea, and I'm just going to do it like I'm doing it to my brother. People are not learning self-confidence. People are so much concentrated on, oh, I have skills, I have certificates, I have worked here and there. But how confident are you to face people, face a panel? How many times are you going to tremble there? How far are you going to sweat in front of people? The opportunity is in front of you. It has presented himself. People apply for jobs, and you do not even get called for interviews. And then you get called for that interview, and the moment you get into that house, your body is all over is sweating. You've forgotten everything. Somebody's even asking your name. You think like 5 minutes trying to figure out what's my name. It is not that you do not have the experience, the skills, and the talent that is needed for that thing. But people get stuck because of lack of confidence. People get stuck because of lack of communication skills. People get stuck because of too much yes, sir, and yes, madam. This is what I tell my students. Yes, sir, and yes, madam is for military. If you are in the military, you are training to be a military guard, to be a military constable, you must train to shout, yes, sir, and yes, madam. But the moment you are in a space, a public space, where you need public relation, you need employee relation, you need a corporal relation, you do not shout yes, sir, and yes, madam. One yes, sir is enough. And then you start your conversation. And you get confident. You present yourself in a way that resembles the position that you hold. People get stuck, and they cannot communicate whatever they're supposed to say, because thinking like to be kind is to shout, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, madam, oh, yes, sir, what do you need, sir? It doesn't make you a respectful person. It doesn't even make you a kind person. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you minute. It puts you in a place where somebody can take you wherever they want. The communication etiquette is all in your voice. Your voice should dictate how kind you are, how respectful you are, not your words. Let me tell you, somebody can tell you yes, sir, and you will never even like why they told you yes, sir. The way someone might sound when they are saying yes, sir, might make you chase them out of your office. But somebody might come and not even utter a word like yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. But the way they present themselves will show you that this person is respectful. So people get stuck because they think that shouting yes, ma'am, yes, sir, yes, madam is being kind or being polite. It is not. You should know the polite ways on how you can approach people. You should understand that this guy is in this position. This is my manager. So how do I address him? Yes, sir. Or yes, Mr. Somebody. It is allowed. I'm telling you, even the president of a nation is addressed as yes, Mr. President. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. Ruto. Yes, Mr. Obama. Yes, Mr. Let your voice show the politeness in you, not your words. Words are just things that people will chew. So a lot of people are stuck today because they do not know how to present themselves in front of other people. The moment somebody understands that you are fearful, not respectful, because yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, is being fearful, not respectful. And once people understand that you are fearful, you will always get it so hard. It will be hard for you to get your point home. No one will even give an ear to your point. But the moment you understand that when I get into this office, this is my manager's office. Okay, yes, sir. I just came to present the project that you had assigned me to, and it is almost finished, but there are some few things that are lacking here and there. So I just came for consultation. Then you did not say another sir. There was only one sir since you entered that office. So there will be a communication in between. And then, yes, Mr. Peter. Yes, Mr. Peter. That is exactly what we are talking about here. You see, this project is a huge project, and we are expecting a lot of yield from it. But you see, if we don't put this nut, we might not reach the point. You see, you only talked about one yes, sir. But other people, this is how they behave. Sir, I came to present this project, sir, and I'm sorry because we are still lacking something, sir. There is more, sir, than your information, the point you are presenting to him. How will that person even give you time to listen to your point? No one is going to listen to you. And he will not give you the respect you deserve. Remember, respect is two-way. You have to respect your manager, and your manager has to respect you back. You are not an animal. You are a human being. So you need to know how to treat yourself so that you get that respect. Because we all have to earn our respect. Okay, guys? So my name is John Gora. I'm a life coach. Always coming here live, teaching on TikTok, teaching on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. This video, if you are late and you came late, you did not catch it on TikTok, you can run to YouTube. It is available there now. We are live on YouTube as well. You can watch it. You can go through it again and learn something out of it. Today, we were just talking about why you get stuck with life, and we tackled some points. In the next live, we will be tackling these points one by one as a topic so that you can understand, like, why am I stuck? What am I doing that is keeping me stuck that I can change and turn around my life to make some other things better? My YouTube channel is the same name, John Gora. Go and search for it, subscribe, and we will get teaching each other. I've missed a lot of my guys on TikTok, guys. I've not been going live for quite some time, but I hope you guys are still doing well. I have a lot of students in my class, guys, and that's why I'm not coming live on TikTok this much. But you can always join me in all places: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and also my live courses. You can come to my life coach courses classes and join and learn something out of it. Otherwise, for today, let's end it here and keep smiling. Let's meet again on Saturday. I think a day after tomorrow, right? Saturday, same time, 8 o'clock East African time, 8 o'clock Bahrain time. Let's meet on the same place, TikTok, YouTube Live. We will be talking about something that is talking about, again, being stuck in life. But this is going to talk about if you are feeling that you are left behind, if you're feeling that your life is so much behind, come on Saturday at 8 o'clock. I will let you understand why you should be thinking otherwise and how you can turn around your life so that you stop seeing yourself as if you are left behind and people are moving. You're seeing everyone going ahead. The people you used to study with, your classmates are gone ahead. You left your country, you went outside there, you wanted to make a life. You cannot make it. Things are so tight. You're feeling like, oh, I'm not finding anything. Life is just hard. And everyone is gone. I'm the one who's still staying back here. Come on Saturday, 8